What is environmental protection under IHL? Imagine a world where the beauty of nature is preserved even in the midst of conflict. This concept is not just a dream. It is a vital part of International Humanitarian Law, or IHL. Environmental protection under IHL refers to the legal rules designed to safeguard our natural environment during armed conflicts. These rules aim to limit the harmful effects of warfare on the environment, which is essential for civilian life and well-being. When the environment is damaged, it can lead to severe humanitarian consequences for people living in conflict zones. At the heart of IHL, including the Geneva Conventions and the broader laws of armed conflict, is the protection of civilians and civilian objects. The natural environment is recognized as a civilian object, which means it deserves protection. Parties involved in a conflict must avoid causing widespread, long-term, and severe damage to the environment that is excessive compared to the military advantage they hope to gain. Several key principles guide environmental protection under IHL. First, there is the principle of distinction. This means that parties must clearly differentiate between military objectives and civilian objects, including the environment. Attacks should only target legitimate military objectives. Next is the principle of proportionality. Even if a military target is legitimate, any attack must not cause environmental damage that is excessive compared to the anticipated military gain. The principle of precaution also plays a role. Parties must take all feasible steps to avoid or minimize incidental environmental damage during military operations. Military necessity is another important principle. Environmental harm that cannot be justified by military necessity is prohibited. The International Committee of the Red Cross has developed guidelines to clarify these obligations and ensure respect for IHL rules protecting the environment. These guidelines encourage parties to adopt national legislation to implement these rules effectively. In practice, environmental protection under IHL means refraining from using methods of warfare that could cause widespread, long-term, and severe damage to the environment. It also involves avoiding attacks on natural resources that are vital for civilian survival, such as water supplies, agricultural land, and forests. Creating demilitarized zones or protected areas can help safeguard environmentally sensitive sites during conflicts. Additionally, states are encouraged to integrate IHL environmental protections into their domestic laws and military manuals. Raising awareness among armed forces about the importance of preventing environmental harm is also essential. Environmental protection under IHL extends to transboundary environmental harm. Damage caused in one state can affect neighboring states, so evolving interpretations of IHL seek to address these cross-border consequences. Overall, environmental protection under IHL is a fundamental aspect of the law of armed conflict. It aims to preserve the natural environment to protect civilian populations during war, aligning with the principles and obligations established by the Geneva Conventions and related legal instruments.